Hello family of light, it's Jeanette here. I want to take you back several years when my awakening first happened early in 2018, and I remember there were two words that kept repeating in my mind, and they were programming and conditioning. And the next several months, as I sat in my Garden of Eden, which is where I am today, I sat and I observed Mother Earth as she went through her own natural cycles. And I became more of an observer of my life, and I started to imagine that my life was this movie. And as I started to watch the scenes from a higher perspective, I started to see these repeating patterns. And it was these repeating patterns that really highlighted to me how programmed and how conditioned I'd become. And I was literally just sleepwalking through my life. And we are entering now a really critical point in human history, and we're entering a phase called the consciousness rebirth cycle, where Mother Earth and all of her inhabitants are given an opportunity to ascend. And ascension isn't a religious term, it's actually a very natural energetic mechanism for which we all evolve and grow. And we're at this stage now where we can all evolve and grow, and Mother Earth will do this regardless of whether we decide to join her or not. And all things evolve, from galaxies to planets to animals to plants to human beings. The problem is that many of us are deeply enmeshed in these programs and these conditions. And over the last 3 years, as I've been walking my path, I've been really understanding more and more about where these programs have originated from and what their purpose is and how they are enslaving human consciousness. And if we want to ascend with Mother Earth, we can't go with her carrying and laboring through all of these heavily entrenched programs that only really are designed to keep us pushing and striving and really living out of sync with our natural flow as a human being. And I know personally, I no longer resonate with programs around, poverty and slavery and war and, what success is meant to look like. These are not organic to the human species. These are programs that have come from off planet by other energies or entities, if you like. And it's really important that we now bring this to the surface, bring it to the light, and really each one of us is being called, if we choose to, really look at these programs and how they've held us back for so long. And really they're not real. We've been fed these lies so that we live in fear that, we're not going to be able to meet our everyday needs, but that isn't the case. And if we want to all ascend and move with Mother Earth, we've got to really pull these programs out and look at this operating model that's been living inside of us and ask ourselves, does that still serve me? And do I resonate with these programs anymore? And I know it certainly wasn't the case for me. And as I've grown along my spiritual path and received a deeper understanding of these programs, I'm really being called to share my understanding of how we can first identify these programs, and secondly, how to remove them. And I think astrologically, we're in a really wonderful position where the lineup is allowing us to really do this deep purging. So if you feel called to look at the programs that are still running in your operating system, perhaps maybe running in the background, in the unconscious state, then I'd love for you to join me on this workshop. See you soon. Bye-bye.